Hi guys, my name is Miguel Orozco and today I will be telling you guys about the audience and purpose that I have chosen for my chatbot, as well as one thing that really stood out to me this week from the reading, and then I will be ending this video with my experience with the consultation lab, as well as one concept that I employed or that I connected. All right, guys. So for my audience, I chose an undergraduate student who is looking to learn more about the field of school psychology. I chose this because I identify with that. I'm for a couple months now. I've been trying to learn more about the field of school psychology, and I feel like the resources out there could be kind of vague and not very specific. It sometimes doesn't really answer the questions that I have, and so I know that there's others out there with the same problems. So that's the audience, and then the purpose would be for the undergraduate student to feel as if they're actually speaking or chatting with a real school psychologist who can answer their questions and who can give them the information that they actually need, and but it'll be factual information. Yeah, and those that's my audience and my purpose. So this week we had 5 chapters, and there was so much in those chapters that was very there was a lot of things that were interesting, but the thing that really stuck with me was the children in the lake analogy, where some of them were drowning and they needed help, and some of the people went to go help them, but one other person was like, you know what, let me go up the hill and stop them from jumping into the lake, so we save time and energy. That really stuck with me, because I always saw school psychology as a field that fixes existing problems. I always thought they were so busy just trying to fix existing problems. I didn't really think that they tried to prevent them. But it really changed the way I look at school psychology, because of that reason, and it really inspired me, and it grew my admiration for the field, because I agree with that philosophy that preventing problems is better than having to fix them. And then for my experience with the consultation lab, I had a great experience with the consultation lab. I really used the concept of the problem solving model. I used it in order to try to solve the problem, but in the way that school psychologists solve the problem. I tried it and I was a little rusty at it because it's my first time trying it, but it was a great experience. I work with kids and I work in a school setting, so I imagined as if the chatbot was a teacher, a real life teacher, and it really made me feel responsible for the child and for their well being, and being able to break down the issue and getting closer to helping him really motivated me, and really it showed me the beauty of a little bit of the beauty of school psychology. Yeah, just something I would do different would be not to make assumptions, because I made a lot of assumptions, such as not asking if the student had any hearing problems, vision problems, developmental problems. I didn't ask any of that until after the chat bot had recommended me to ask that. And so one thing I would do different would be not to make those assumptions. Um, but other than that, I also assumed, and another assumption I made was that this problem of reading that my student had was something new, and because of that, like, if I focus on it being something new, then I'm gonna be just looking at a smaller context. But then if I kind of move back and ask, like, when did this actually start? Has this been happening in other grades? Then did. I can see that this has been a problem for multiple grades, and so I have a larger context to look at. Yeah, but that's it for this week's video. Thank you guys for watching.